Okay, so this is going to be about films and this genuinely a rant style video about anything in films. If you notice a wee fuzzy shape, that is Mika, my cat. Mika. Mm. Hi, Token Dave. Um, okay, so what films can we talk about? Um, okay, um, because I haven't seen, well, sorry, read the comics of Infinity War. Um, now that film, please avoid because I want to go into it spoilers free, and I've pretty much already guessed some of the plots. But other than that, films. Other than that, other than Infinity War, any film up for discussion or rant about. And Mika is my cat's name is Meka. Mika. Silly kitten. So, alright, trying to think of any films you guys will have seen. Um, has anyone seen Black Panther? And what did you guys think about it? I haven't seen that film, so um, that's okay. Token Dave. Okay, so what did you guys think of Black Panther, and how long do you think it's going to be at the top? Black Panther, how long do you think the film will be everyone's favorite? Yeah. I actually like seeing Black Panther in Civil War. I was like, wow, he's new. I didn't know anything about Black Panther, although I heard he was in some of the cartoons. Um, but I was like thinking, that's a good character. And I liked I liked what he represents. And I mean, I've seen in the trailer for Black Panther, he's talking to the people of the United Nations, which is very political. And if I'm wrong about that, please correct me, but that's what I took from the trailer, because his character in Civil War is a political minded character. I just wanted to ask you guys this. How do you how do you guys feel about superhero films and other fictional settings taking on political views? Do you think it's a good idea, or do you think it's not a good idea? Oi, Diva. My little cat Mika. Hi down there, silly kitten. Um, but the reason I'm asking is I actually quite like a lot of films taking on political views, because let's face it, films can't change the world, and how can I phrase this? The normal people can't, and the politicians won't. Then, or if they're having trouble accepting change, and I think films and TV programs do really good jobs. Comics have always had political views and awareness. Yeah, that's what I've been kind of wondering, because I've before getting into Marvel, the only ones I really knew about was Spider-Man and the X-Men. I didn't know all of the X-Men characters by names. I knew about Wolverine and Storm and Professor Charles Xavier, Raven, and out of the Spider-Man, I knew quite a lot about the characters. There was Wilson Fisk, Kingpin, Venom, Aunt May, Uncle Ben, Peter Parker, obviously, title character, Harry Osborn, Norman Osborn, no, I've already said the Kingpin's actual name. From the this is all from the cartoon. So, Alistair Smythe, um, Dr. Otto Octavius, and Rhino, the Shocker, Mysterio, and Green Goblin. And that's what I really knew about. And Mary Jane Watson. But until I saw the X-Men films, was trying to think how I would phrase this. Was the only one I honestly knew about. I'd seen parts of the films, but I didn't really take to them much until I got to know the actual story. So I had to watch it a few times. But what takes place in X-Men is actually and this is maybe after the second or third time I actually got this. Hang on, and I shut my door. Is the fact that the mutants were outcasts from the rest of the society. And what upset me with the first lot of films was that they were treated as outcasts because of how they were born, and it got me thinking about people with non-visible illnesses and disabilities and all these type of scenarios, because when you think of X-Men, you think about the fantastic powers they possess. Off the top of my mind, healing. They can heal themselves, get into a fight, and well, that's Wolverine's powers. Storm, she can control the wearer. But if you strip away the powers, and what you really get is the way normal society picks on people who are different, and that actually took a while for it to sink into my head. And it was, oh crikey, what was the film? It was the one where we saw Magneto's childhood, and I can't think of the film. I know it's one of the X-Men, but I can't think of the title of the film at the moment. When I watched that film, I honestly have to turn it down because I just find it really upsetting, and I can't understand the language in it. I'm not really um I've never been able to understand German language, even German accents. It's just something I've never really learned about. I'm more French and Spanish. I know more French and Spanish. But I just have to turn it down because it upsets. It it honestly does upset me. If I'm watching a film that has a sad part coming up, I've honestly cried at films, especially when I'm sad. But it got me thinking, what what would any of us do if we had these type of powers? How would our society cope with us? And I really thought he Magneto was a really nasty character, but until I saw his backstory, my opinion on him changed a bit. I still really don't like his character. But I think um I think it suited the story, and Sir Ian McKellen is a brilliant actor. What else can I say about Magneto and the X-Men? But that was all the X-Men films were really quite political. Spider-Man. Now, Spider-Man is another political film. Not on the same scale, but the politics in Spider-Man are dealing with high school bullying, and the fact that he has to learn how to stand up for himself without starting fights in school. And I think for any kid who is dealing with bullying, I think that's why a lot of kids like Spider-Man, because they can see that his storyline of bullying is still going on. And with Spider-Man, his whole storyline is, with great power comes great responsibility, and I actually think that's a very good, honest and true statement, because when you think of the arts, we do have a responsibility to show and make change. I mean, the arts are our superpowers, we can express ourselves in a lot of ways, but really, when we look into someone's eyes, even like that, so even if we were silenced, eyes could still speak volumes. And when I am watching a film with superheroes in it, I always watch the eyes, because even when they stop talking, their eyes are expressing the views beautifully. And what you missed talking, Dave, was I don't want to get you in trouble with your boss, so if you have to leave the live stream, that's cool. But I was just saying how empathy is explained by eyes in some superhero films, and in others with the more verbal characters. It's the fact that we all need to be more sympathetic and empathetic to people and not really judge them. So say some people were bullying a colleague at work who had non-visible learning disability, and they were making fun of them. How would people in general react? Which is what the X-Men films show us how prejudice can be changed from being nasty to really nice. And with Peter Parker, he shows that even the nastiest people on the planet can actually, if they're given a chance, like Dr. Otto Octavius in one of the Spider-Man cartoons, he was given a chance to prove himself, and he turned out to be really nice. So, and I was also talking about how the arts can affect change, but as you're aware, because you're talking, Dave, you're in the US, am I right? The arts are getting cut over here in the UK as well. I read quite a lot about the arts cuts. The civil rights movement was the inspiration for X-Men. Yeah, and I think civil rights movements are good topics to tackle, because when you think of it, we pay our taxes, we pay for everything, and when our civil rights are kind of about to be questioned or taken away, we do kind of band together and really say, no, enough's enough. But with the arts, I think that a lot of people, and a lot of people in general are really starting to worry about darts being cut. I mean, the ones that hate darts, they really don't care. But when you have yeah, Spider-Man is. I agree with what you said. For anyone that didn't catch what Token Dave said, uh, Spider-Man represents how us young people feel about issues and political policies, and also um how how the grown-ups think one thing and then the rest everything changes for the younger ones. And when you look at that, it's fit. There's a lot of people that I have spoken to do say, oh, that's isn't this, that's isn't that. Basically, a lot of the tutors tend to more value the writing, reading, writing, and spelling side to someone's personality, but we actually do need the arts. And I've heard about some things from America that the arts are being cut, and about school uniforms. And yeah, I mean, I am a creative person, and I do know stuff, but I find it really hard when I'm writing. And this is when I was at primary school, high school, and college. Really, my reading and writing didn't get any better till I was fifth year. So that was about 15, 16, and I'm now 26. But I'm still working on my spelling. My spelling can be shocking sometimes. But what the reason why I'm saying this is people actually think if you can't do one thing, you can't do anything else. But I know the work, I just can't get it down quick enough from my brain to my hand when I'm writing. And especially when I'm limited with something. Oh, I'm sorry, Token Dave. I wasn't meaning you to feel old. When I've seen your videos, I thought you were ages with me. I honestly did. I thought you were maybe 26 or 27, possibly 28. But 37. Whoa. And hey, 37 is not old. I think that's what I'm gonna come on to, ageism. And what I've seen in media about the girls and guys. For the girls, I'm gonna start off with because that's what I've seen more of. I read somewhere that Anne Hathaway at 24 was asked to play a mum. Meryl Streep was asked to play 3 witches in 3 different films after 40. And it just makes me think, what the heck is this about? I mean, acting, writing, directing. I mean, come on. Actors are supposed to be able to play any character. And when I go and see a film, I always go for characters first, then the actors. And I'm like thinking, hang on, just because a girl is not the traditional beauty type of thing, we're not sexy enough. But it is an issue we need to talk about, because when you think of acting, you think of characters, and I'm getting quite sick of seeing girls play the supportive wife, the supportive girlfriend, the mum. Don't get me wrong, I like these, but I also like to see the films where the girls get to fight. And I am really looking forward to okay, see you talking, Dave. But this will be controversial, but I am so looking forward to seeing the new Ocean's 8 film in this summer. Here's a question for the people watching in America. When do you guys get that film? Because I think I saw in the trailer we get it in June. I know we get it in, well, from the trailer it say June or July, but when do you guys get the films? And I'm really excited about the actresses they've got in the film and the actor. But when you think of when you excuse me, when you think of the male roles, they get to do the spy work, the construction, the trying to think off the top of my head, the pirates, the police officers, anything like that. Yay, they can do it as long as they're able to. But the women 24 to 40, they get the old witches, the wives, the grandmothers, the girlfriends, the whatever. And it got me thinking, if more girls started to get into the writing, directing and producing side, how would that balance it out? And guys, and for the male viewers, this is a question I want to hear you guys think about. Sorry, I'm just trying to phrase it in my head. How do you guys feel about seeing more films, and it could be any genre of films, being written, produced, directed and acted with more women in front of the camera and behind the camera? And girls, when you go to see a film, besides having the male star in whatever type of scene or film he's in, do you go for, oh, he's an amazing actor, oh, this actor looks hot, or anything like that? Or do you go for the writers, directors and the actors last, and what the film's about? And also, what type of films do everyone enjoys? Do you enjoy more comedy, horror, and any other genre? Okay. I'm gonna do a couple more minutes on this. And how do you guys feel about the films that talk about very topical issues? Comment down below if anyone's seen The Silent Child. And I was like thinking when I heard it, that one at the Oscars, I thought, yes, this might make change. I mean, I am definitely thinking of learning sign language, because I think it's a beautiful language. It's a non-verbal one, but it's still beautiful. And I just wondered if anyone's seen those sort of skills. Has it made you question why we aren't talking about learning these type of skills in schools? And if there are parents watching and the kids are asking why there isn't a lot of support for learning languages in high school, like sign languages, because I think that with the way things are going, sign language is a very important subject. And how do you guys feel about seeing films about people with different types of disabilities and illnesses? Because trying to figure this out. All right, DC. Sorry, trying to freeze this in my head before I say it. Okay, DC. They use quite a lot of special effects, and I just wondered how, for the ones in America, how many different types of epilepsy are you guys aware of? And when you guys go and see a film, are there any epilepsy warnings? Is it how involved is the films with epilepsy? I mean, like Batman v Superman, that one was quite strenuous because I saw it with a member of my family who has epilepsy, and I may do another video on this, so I'll mention her in that. But I just wanted to find out how the film industry handles epilepsy. I mean, I've heard in America it's not covered by the insurance, and it just got me thinking, do any film studios really know much about epilepsy? Because I can tell you that me and a member of my family, we can't actually watch DC brand very much because of how the flashing lights go for her eyes, and that's why we always go to see Marvel. I mean, I know they can be glaring occasionally, but they're done in such a kid-friendly way and friendly for someone who has photosensitive epilepsy can actually watch. But with the DC films, some of them can be very aggressive with the flashing lights and special effects. So I just wondered how you guys feel about all that, because at the end of the day, we pay money for it, and we want films to be suitable for everyone. And sorry guys, I'm running out of topics at the moment, so I'm going to stop the live stream now. Thanks to the ones who were watching it and liked it. I may do more, but this was just to get my confidence up. And on the plus side, I've got 56. Oh, my brain. 56 subscribers And before I go, please like, comment and subscribe to my friend Little Mick. M-I-C-K, Little Mick. She is awesome, and okay, I was going to sign off, but for the newcomers, I've just been asking about what type of films they like to see, how they feel about political views in fictional films, how they view disability, and how much awareness charities can get from films, and also how they feel about seeing more films with female directors, writers and producers, and every other studio person working behind the camera. So okay guys, I'm running out of points of view on films, so anyway, for the ones that are just turning on, please like, comment and subscribe to Little Mick. She's a friend of mine and her channel is awesome. Also, please like, comment and subscribe to my channel as well. This is my first full live video, and hope you guys like it. See you soon. Bye. And thanks for watching.